The film, which I will explain to you, is very interesting. So the movie starts, and we see a huge hotel. There were piles of clothes in a room of that hotel. The small kids were sent into that room. They were said to pick up any dress. The kids start doing the same. A girl among them picks up a white-colored dress, but there was blood on that dress. Then she puts that dress back. Now we see that the scene changes here. The scene goes towards the city. That city was totally destroyed. There was nothing left. All the buildings were fallen. There was smoke everywhere. It seemed like someone has blasted that city. There were dead bodies everywhere. We also see a couple in that city. We see a lady whose name was Leo. She was an actress before, but due to these circumstances, she also becomes poor. They have nothing to wear, to eat. There was nothing left, to which they can survive. They were worried. They also have a beautiful daughter. They were walking on the road, meanwhile they listen to the weird voices from a house. As they open the door of that house, they see that a couple hanged themselves. This means they have committed suicide. Their daughter also sees this scene and becomes depressed. That couple and their daughter return home while being worried. Then we see that day also pass like other days. The next day, they were doing breakfast. But Leo was worried, because they have nothing to eat. Everything was also destroyed outside. Means they can't purchase anything from outside. They also don't have money. They were sitting being worried. A man comes there and starts declaring something. He announces that a hotel owner has told that you all are invited to dinner at his hotel. He has invited everyone publicly. Leo gets surprised. She asks that man who is that hotel owner. That man tells her that his name is Matthias. He is a good-hearted and rich man. He still had some money and he had stored some meat. Seeing this condition of people, he thought to make those people eat that meat. So don't ask questions and come to the hotel. We see that Leo becomes happy, because she will get food. Her husband says that Leo, there is something wrong. How can someone think about others in these circumstances? There is something wrong surely. But Leo says that don't think negatively. He has told us that he is a rich and a good man. Now the night falls, they all dressed up nicely and go to that hotel. That couple also goes to that hotel with their daughter, but they were stopped. While saying this, that only elders will go inside. The kids have to stay outside, but then the hotel owner means Matthias arrives there, and he starts loving their daughter. He says that no problem, call them, their daughter is so beautiful. Then they go inside the hotel. Going inside, they see that the hotel was shining. There were many servants of Matthias. They were serving them. They were serving meat, tasty meat of good quality. Leo and others go there and sit. There was another family was sitting with them. They also a small daughter. She was of her daughter's age. Now they start eating. They were happy because they have eaten this tasty food after many months. Leo asks that couple that did Matthias stop your small daughter to come inside, because they have stopped my daughter at first and then let her in. Then their Matthias appears. Due to it, the other woman couldn't answer her question that Leo asked her. Now Matthias starts telling about the show, and he tells that why I called you all here. He says the actors sitting here know that how a show can be performed. They were called on the stage, then the lights were turned on them, and they were given protocol. The audience enjoys it while sitting in one place. But no, there is nothing like that in my show. Here the actors will act while walking in the hotel. They will act as they want. A golden mask will be given to the other audience. They can also walk into the hotel while wearing that mask. They can enjoy their acting live. They all get excited that it will be fun in this. Then there a girl takes the start of the show. She fights fake with her husband and goes behind the curtains. The real show starts from here. The audience put on their masks, and the people who will act walk without a mask. Now Leo and her family also walk to see the acting. They were also having masks on their faces. While walking, Leo's daughter was lost somewhere, because she moved further while seeing acting. They were left behind. Now they get worried. They move forward to search for their daughter. Being worried, they also put off the mask from their faces. They listen to their daughter's voice from a room. But when they go there and see their daughter wasn't there, even after searching a lot, they couldn't find their daughter. Then that other couple also arrives there. Their daughter was an age fellow of the daughter of another couple. They also asked the same question from Leo that have you seen our daughter? Then Leo says that I also have lost my daughter. Now they together search for their daughters. Here this thing seems mysterious to us. At first, they were not allowing the kids. When they allow, so why those two girls were missing from the whole audience? And where were they? That they were not found. Well, being separated, and then together they search for their daughters, but they couldn't see anyone. But Leo again listens to the voice from another room. When she goes there, she sees that there is a painting on the wall. There was the head of a goat was in a plate in that painting. When Leo stares at that painting, she sees that there is a hole in its eye, and some eye was moving from behind. This means there is a place behind that painting from where someone was seeing them. Maybe they were their daughters, and they were placed here. She goes one step back from being scared. Then she sees the small earring of that another girl. She gets scared. She tries more to search for her daughter. Now Leo and her husband arrive at a place while walking. There a man was aggressive in the room and he was saying something while seeing himself in the mirror. As he was irritated from his life, as he sees Leo and her husband, he cuts his neck with a knife. This was a very disturbing scene. Leo also gets scared while seeing it. Then the head of those actors passes from there. She says to that man, "You have done great acting. Now get up and clean this mess." We come to know that man who had cut his neck, that was just his act. Leo and her husband move forward. Because they didn't find her daughter yet, they see that there is their daughter's doll in front of them. When they go inside that room, there was that pile of clothes in that room. As we see at the starting of the movie, there was also that another couple who have lost their daughter, so they find a blood pouch, and when that human tastes it, he says that it is sweet. This is not blood. With it, when they taste blood from their daughter's doll, it tastes the same, sweet, sweet. They say that nothing to get worried about. Someone had put that fake blood on that doll, and showing us that we have lost our daughters. Maybe this is the part of acting, so we don't need to get worried. We just have to find them as understanding it a part of acting. When Leo sees from upside, Leo was making everyone understand to act well because we are like a family. Then we see some people there. They were taking someone's clothes in then trolleys. We couldn't know whose clothes were they carrying, and when they see while moving forward those clothes were being burned, it seems like some pieces of evidence was removing, and when they see those paintings whose eyes were moving, they take them off from the wall. They see that there wasn't any hole or mark on the wall. They think that maybe this is our imagination, but then they think that this place is magical. Then that man who had cut his neck as acting arrives there. He holds Leo's husband. He says that I will cut your neck also. Seeing it, the man from another room saves his life. Being scared, Leo also runs from there. She moves towards the place, and that was the kitchen of that hotel. She sees that everything was fake in that kitchen. Meat, vegetables, and everything. She hides there in a cupboard, so that man comes there while following her. The thing from which she was scared, it happens the same. That man comes there, and he was about to open the cupboard, but then that head of the actors arrives there. She says to him that your next act is about to start, and what are you doing here? Come, hurry up. That man leaves from there. Meanwhile, Leo reads some newspapers. There was written in the newspaper that the previous owner's daughter was dead here, and any other person purchased this hotel. After it, Leo also leaves from there. She sees that Matthias was saying to the other peoples that now it is round 2 of the show, and you people have to act more nicely. The people who were audience before now will be the actors, and the previous actors will be the audience now. And remember, the acting should be strong, that none can judge it, that it is acting or reality. It's up to you to shake their soul or scare them. Now we see that the previous actors were gone somewhere. The people who were audience before, they were now acting. New audience were coming to watch them, like they came as audience. Now Leo starts walking there. She sees a button. After pressing it, a place opens and she falls in it. It was a forbidden tunnel. Nobody was allowed to go there. When Leo falls there, she sees that there are holes in the wall. These were the holes which were visible from the paintings, and it seemed like the eye is moving in the painting. Leo hears the shout of someone. She gets shocked after seeing, because the people were cutting through machines. Those were the peoples who were missing. They were the actors before, and after cutting their meat into small pieces, they were cooking it. That meat was given to the audience. She gets frightened while seeing it, because she wasn't believing her eyes. That how can someone be so cruel, to be good in others' views, and for his marks he is feeding others, but others don't know that behind this there is his bad thinking. He is killing the peoples. He is killing the alive humans and feeding that meat to other humans. What is the benefit of this kind-heartedness? Then we see that the male of the other couple also arrives there. He hits Leo and makes her faint. He was a bad man. He was supporting Matthias. When we see Leo is waking up, she was in a room. She was hanged. Then Matthias comes to her. He asks her, "Would you like to participate in my show?" Then Leo refuses. We know that there is no food anywhere. Even then we are fooled. We didn't know that the people who are missing, where were they going? You are killing the peoples and making food for them and feeding them that food. What kind of strange process is this? Didn't you feel pity? Then Matthias says that if there would pity, I wouldn't be at this place. Then Matthias orders the male of another couple to kill Leo. makes her pieces and cooks them and lets the people eat them. But before it happens, Leo's husband arrives there. He hits that man, whom Matthias has given order, but that man done many attacks on Leo's husband, due to which he dies. During this that man also dies. Leo runs from there while escaping her life. When she comes outside, she sees that round 2 of the show is started, and Matthias is sitting in front of the audience. Leo thinks that it is a good chance to tell people that what kind of man is he. She starts screaming in front of everyone. She starts telling his truth. Matthias starts laughing. He says to her that none will believe you. Leo thinks that I have to do something that they start believing her. She starts acting like she is searching for her daughter, but in reality, she was searching for her daughter. The peoples like her acting. They start to follow her. While walking, Leo takes them all that tunnel. Due to it, everyone comes to know that what actually Matthias is doing, because they see with their eyes, the humans which were cutting and the meat of the humans that were cooking. They couldn't let this happen to them. They all destroy everything there. They kill the workers there. Even the head of the actors also doesn't know that Matthias is doing that bad work. When she comes to know this, she stabs Matthias. She kills him. After it, Matthias's body was also hanged. It was revealed that Matthias was that hotel owner whose daughter was dead. None purchased this hotel again. He was the same owner. He has arranged this show because Leo's daughter has a resemblance with his daughter. Their face resembles very much, and he wants to keep Leo's daughter with him while kidnapping her. He wants that everyone dies, except for him and his daughter, and they live together. Then we see that Leo has returned to the city with her daughter, but everything was destroyed there. Where could they go and what will they do for a living? We don't know this. With this scene, this movie ends here. Thank you for watching.